Hello friends, I am Mr. P.D. Chauhan from Gokhale Education Society's HL English Medium School, Ozar Township. Today, I am going to post the videos of Maharashtra State Board English Medium Standard 9th Subject Geography. So friends, let's begin with lesson number 1, Distributional Maps. So far in the earlier classes, you have studied about the state and country maps. The main aim of map is to show the location of a place and the distribution of variables. Some maps are prepared with special themes. So, the maps which are prepared on the special themes are called as thematic maps. Through such maps, distribution of various variables in a region is shown. For example, temperature, rainfall, population density, all these are the factors shown on the map according to the data of these variables. These maps are useful to explain the distribution of these variables in the region. Such type of maps are called as thematic maps. These maps easily bring out the patterns of distribution. To draw the distributional maps, we need the statistical data of the variables. Distribution can be shown in the three following ways on a map by the three methods. First, dot method, second, choropleth method, and the third one, isopleth method. So friends, let's begin with dot method. A dot map is prepared using the statistical data. While preparing the dot maps, only data gathered through the counting is used. The dots are used to show its distribution on the maps, such as the population of a region, the distribution of a cattle. To show the distribution through the dot method, a value of a dot has to be determined. To do that, the lowest and the highest value of the given variables are taken into the consideration. Apart from that, the number of dots are determined. We need to consider the size of the dots. The following precautions should be taken while using the dot method for a map. The size of a dot should be uniform. The distribution of a physiography, water sources, transport system of a region should be considered while placing the dots on a map. While showing the population distribution, rural population is shown by dots and circles are used to show the urban population. The dot method is most suitable for that variables which is freely scattered across the region. Friends, let's see the example. In the given map of Amravati district, distribution of population of Amravati is shown. There are the different type of dots are used. Some dots are bigger, some are smaller. With the help of the dot, we can identify that the population of the Amravati town is 5 lakh, whereas Achalpur has only 1 lakh population. We can see that the dots used for showing the population of Anjangaon Surji and Varud is small, which has 50,000 population, whereas we can see that in the northwestern part where Chikaldara and Dharni is located has the sparse population. Second type of distribution map is choropleth method. In these maps, the data regarding various geographical variables is shown by shades of tints of various colors. While making such maps, the data used for different variables is obtained through the various processes such as measurement, surveying, etc. In this type of method, only one value is given to one sub-administrative unit in a region. The smallest and the largest value of the given data of the variable are taken into the consideration. After that, 5 to 7 classes are made. Each class is assigned a tint of the same color or black and white patterns. The shades or patterns become darker with increasing values of the given variable and are drawn accordingly on the map in the given classification. Now friends, let's see the example of choropleth map. In figure 1.2a, the population density maps of Amravati district using color shades are shown. We can see that in the taluka Anjangaon Surji, the population density is 301 and 400 persons per square kilometer, whereas the density of the Amravati taluka has more than 400 persons per square kilometer. Apart from that, we can see the talukas having the population density less than 300 persons per square kilometer are धामणगाव रेल्वे, चंदूर रेल्वे, तिवसा, नांदगाव खंडेश्वर, भातुकली, दर्यापूर, चंदूर बाजार, मोर्शी and चिखलदरा. Now friends, let's see the third type of distribution map, that is isopleth method. In this type of map, the distribution was shown with the help of the lines showing the equal values. When the distribution of the variable is continuous, the isopleth method is then used to show its distribution. In this type of map, we can see the altitude, temperature and rainfall. Altitude means the height of that region from the sea level. In these maps, we need to obtain the accurate data regarding the altitude, temperature, rainfall, etc. of some places in a region. In this type of map, the sub-administrative units are not taken into the consideration. Here, statistical data belongs to the respective places. Such data is known as point-related data. In this type of map, values of the variable are written on the map at their respective location. And if the data for more places is available, mapping of the distribution can be done more accurately. Friends, on the basis of the information, isopleth maps are prepared using the following steps. We have to consider the highest and the lowest values of the variables, and the class intervals is decided to draw the isopleth maps. Apart from that, lines are drawn for the deciding intervals. Location with the same value are joined by the line. So friends, with the help of the isopleth maps we have prepared, we can get the following conclusion. If the lines are closer to each other, then the change in the variable is steeper, whereas if the lines are away from each other, then we can see that it is a gentle slope. In this way, we can get the idea of the natural trend of the distribution of the variable with the help of such type of isopleth map. Now friends, let's see the example of isopleth map. In this map, we can see the rainfall of Amravati district. In this map, we can see that in the Amravati district, in the northern part of the district, the rainfall is about 1300 millimeter, whereas we can see that the rainfall is decreasing towards the south and southeastern part of the district, and the lowest value of the rainfall in the district is 800 millimeter, and here from 800 to the 1300 millimeter range of rainfall is shown in the given map. Now students, let's make friends with the maps. We can see in the given map the density of rural population of Kolhapur district is shown. The density of the population is decreasing towards the northern and southern part of the Kolhapur district. We can see that the Shahuwadi, Gaganbawda, Azra and Chandagarh talukas have the population density less than 200, whereas we can see the population density between 200 and 400 is Radhanagari and Gargoti, whereas the talukas which have the population density more than 400 are Panhala, Hatkangale, Shirol, Kolhapur, Kagal and Gadhinglaj. The talukas having the higher density of population are located in the center and eastern part of the district. To draw this map, the choropleth method is used. Now friends, let's see the another example of isopleth map. This is the map of Kolhapur district in which average annual rainfall is shown. We can see in the map the rainfall is more than 2400 millimeter in the western part of a district, whereas in the eastward the rainfall is decreasing. In this map, the low rainfall category is 600 millimeter and the high rainfall category is 2400 millimeter. To prepare this map, isopleth method is used. Now students, let's try this. We will prepare the map using the dot method. See the map of Nandurbar district carefully. Draw it on another paper or tracing paper along with its taluka and district boundaries. Now see the population table given along with the map. On the basis of the statistical data, decide the value of the dots considering the highest and the lowest value of a population. For example, here one dot represents 10,000 people, so that you can decide how many dots to be given to each sub-administrative unit. Here the talukas Akkalkuwa, Akrani, Taloda, Shahada, Nandurbar and Nawapur are given. Friends, to draw the dots of the uniform size, take a ball pen refill. Close the end of the refill with a cotton. Press the end on a stamp pad and draw the imprints of the dots wherever required. Remember, while placing the dots, consider the physiography, water sources, roads, railways, talukas and the district headquarters as shown in the figure. After preparing your dot map, you can compare your maps with other students so that you will learn better how to prepare the dot method type of map. Now friends, let's see the last part of the lesson, geographical field visit. Field visit is an important study method in geography. Geographical concepts and elements can be directly experienced through the field visit. Field visits are extremely useful for understanding the correlations between the human beings and the environment. Now friends, we will learn about the selection of the study area. Geographical field visit is organized for the study of various elements such as physical landforms, river banks, dams, coastal areas, tourism sites, offices or museums located to the geographical elements, villages, forest areas, rivers, etc. For a field visit, you should carry a notebook, specimen questionnaire to ask the question to the local people, pen, pencil, scale, measuring tape, compass in order to get the direction, a bag for collecting the samples, maps, and in order to collect the photographs, you should carry the camera also. Precautions to be taken during the field visit. Students, you should ensure safety of yourselves and others during the field visit. You should obey the instructions given by the teachers. You should not go to the unknown remote places without the information of the teacher. During the field visit, you should try to understand the local circumstances by conversing with the local people. You should also ensure that you do not harm the environment in any way during the field visit. And you should keep a first aid box with you for emergency circumstances. Students, after the completion of a field visit, you have to write a report also. So let's learn report writing. A field report should be written on the basis of the information obtained after the visit. Use the following issues to make a report. You can add the photographs wherever necessary. you should write the introduction to your report. Location map and route map should be mentioned. Physiography of the place, climate, population, environmental problems if are there, and to solve those problems you have to suggest some measures, land utilization, and conclusion to your report should be written. Thank you friends for your patient listening and learning the lesson distribution.